NERDSoul.
Woo! Ha ha! Late ill kid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing it StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people? Today are come with another wonderful episode of look, we just gonna kick it, vibe on some talk shop. We got some comic book characters we're gonna get into. Big shout out to Keith from Blurtish, sent me this, and I got a chance to talk about it with someone that I have in the square right here. Without further ado, I will introduce to you the CEO of 133 Art, philanthropist, also
billionaire playboy,
also co-founder of the Rent Party,
right,
as well as an actor that you may have seen in such films as Juice, Menace to Society,
right.
Also
Boys in the Hood, New Jack City,
and Tales from the Hood.
Exactly. Add a little walk on it in hell at the end.
Yeah. Jason Reeves.
Hey, what's up, folks?
Chilling. So I got this image, about a battle of wits. Who would win in a battle of wits? And in this list of who would win, you have Batman, you have Iron Man, you have Reed Richards, you have Constantine, and Black Panther. And the thing that seemed to be interesting on this list is that out of all the votes, Black Panther had the least votes at 6% of the vote tally. And of course, we all know that Batman won. I want to see who you think would win, and then we can discuss this list and how skewed this list is.
Okay.
Because this list is funny style to me.
Now, everybody knows that normally I would go with T'Challa. However, I gotta go with the people on this one. I gotta go with the people. I gotta jump on the bandwagon on this one.
I'm not rolling with the people. I'm going with Black Panther. Now, let me break down this list why this list is suspect.
Okay, run it.
I love supernatural, and I love supernatural horror. I love supernatural action. But Constantine does not belong on this list. I'm sorry, he don't belong on this list. I do think he's cool. He's a charming guy. I enjoy his stories. But we're just talking about matching wits. He don't belong on this list.
You don't find Constantine witty? Hasn't he outwitted like demons and the devil and those kind of people?
Yeah, but I don't see him on the level of someone like Batman. But I guess, you know what? With that said, you might be turning me because due to outwitting demons and stuff like that, he's outwitting beings that have maybe not all knowledge, but they have,
vast amounts.
They have vast amounts of knowledge more than just outwitting your basic criminal. So maybe there's an argument to be made that Constantine has outwitted more diverse foes than someone like Batman.
From what I know of Constantine, which is not that much, in the Keanu Reeves movie, he outwitted the devil and the archangels. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
so you gotta give
thing to do. Outwitting like life and death. Like spiritual life and death. So I won't say he's not witty. And as I understand in the comics, he does that even he's even better at it in the comics. So
you know what? So I'll give you that. You know what? Now you turn me on that one. I'd say because Batman isn't on this list for me. Isn't winning on this list for me.
No.
Here's why. One, Batman is For me, he's always been overrated and overproduced. I feel like if DC gave the same writing time and talent to any of the other characters, they would be just as good as Batman. I think Batman gets the love because he's always gotten the love from the company itself. I think there's many other characters that are just as good, if not better, than Batman, especially if we're talking about a battle of wits, just wits. If you're going to talk about that, the Question would outrank Batman for me.
I don't agree. I don't agree at all. I think Batman is one of the most witty superhero characters.
But is he witty unpredictable though? No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Batman has adapted, and I know people always talk of this prep time. Batman needs prep time. Nah, Batman adapts on the fly a lot of times.
He does adapt. I will give him that. It's not. I'm not saying he's whack.
Well, I'm gonna say it like this: for a guy that can run 2 days straight with the Joker in Gotham City, and then hop on the Watchtower with the Justice League and get shunted to Quard or something and still maintain, and then get shunted to Apocalypse, and then at the same time Justice League Dark has a problem and he got to go fight Trigon or somebody. Like, Batman is highly adaptable. I would say the only person on this list that is able to kind of compete with that is Stark. Like, is Iron Man. Iron Man, same with the Avengers. Like, he's jumping from Kree problems to New York problems to X-Men problems, you know?
Here's why I take Stark out. When we're talking about a battle of wits between these guys, all these guys are at high levels, right? Stark falls out for me because I don't think Stark has like the killer instinct, or Stark doesn't have like the kind of edge that someone like either Constantine or T'Challa has. But I will say I think he has more edge than Reed. Reed is out of it for me.
Reed is not on the list. Reed ain't on the list for me. Like, that's the guy.
Get out of here. You're just a smart guy.
Yeah.
But you're out of here.
I feel like Reed probably needs more prep time. I mean, a lot of Reed's wins are like plot punches. And I gotta attribute the phrase "plot punch" to my homeboy Rashad. Shout out to Rashad. He said,
"What up?
A plot punch is when basically you win because it's written that way." And I feel like a lot of Reed Richards' wins are just like, "Oh yeah, he wins," you know,
because
period. I wrote it that way. I mean, Ultimate Nullifier. Come on, get out of here. Ridiculous.
It's like he wins. Why?
Yeah,
because
like, especially with when it's Doom. If it's Doom, then he wins because Doom loves him so much. You know, like whatever.
Yeah, it's like come on. Even though I do like the storyline where Doom kind of realizes, oh, like I'm better than Reed, but I'm not better than Reed because I don't really care about anyone. So like I'm still not a better man than Reed. Like, but that's a plot punch. It's like
it's a total plot punch. Also,
I'm not a good man.
I don't believe that Reed is such a great person in the first place. Like, this dude can't even. We were talking about this the other day. I was like, this dude, his problems are like 2-dimensional, and really his only human problem is, I never spend enough time with my family. I'm always creating things, and I'm always in the lab. Like, dude, take a weekend off. You Reed Richards. That's all you gotta do. Pay attention to your wife for a second.
Thank you.
Like,
so for me, the first one out of here is Reed. He got to go.
We are in agreement on that one.
Constantine, I think, is higher than Iron Man, due to the diverse nature of the creatures that he comes in contact with. And the reason I place T'Challa so high is I would say that T'Challa has had the weight on his shoulders that Batman has, except for the fact that increased because he actually runs and has to operate a nation and represent a nation. So, and like, I ain't no CEO that you can like vote me out or something. No,
Right.
I am a king of a whole nation. So not only do I have to like help the Avengers out, I gotta come down, defend my own place. I gotta beat people up here. Then I gotta go to the UN and tell them that they tripping. Then I gotta come.
Right.
So it's like he has way more responsibility and way more people depending on him, a whole nation, as opposed to a funky city that halftime don't even like you no way.
I feel that, but I'm gonna say I'm gonna go to Michelle Obama route and say,
and he stopped the alien invasion. Remember,
I'm gonna
secret
say
invasion.
that I feel you, but I'm gonna say not all dignitaries are super smart and the end all be all. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but he is.
I mean, Trump is basically a dignitary as well. He also goes to the UN and says, "Hey, don't do what I say." You know, like do what I tell you to do. So, I mean,
did we just put DT in T'Challa's?
Hey, all I'm saying, I'm just refuting the argument that running a country is a metric of being the most witty. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Well, okay. Running a country well with the
a lot of people don't think he's running the country well, though.
But when you come up and try to beat the best, can you beat the best though?
I mean, let's ask Shuri how well she thinks he's running the country.
Like, what version of Shuri?
Let's ask my man Ta-Nehisi Coates. People don't like his run. They don't think T'Challa is doing that great.
That's because I'd argue, this is a whole other thing. I'd argue that Ta-Nehisi Coates never really understood the character of T'Challa or the location of Wakanda enough to effectively write Black Panther. But that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother thing. And not even a diss to him.
Canon-wise,
yes,
it
canon-wise,
could be argued that my man has not successfully in the modern era run Wakanda well.
But we gotta take it all. We gotta take the good and the bad. You know what I'm saying?
I would never take away from the power of the Black Panther. This is not me. This is me being, objective.
And on top of that, being able to go to the lowest lows and pick back up. Like, remember when Namor and Doom was like, "Yo, look, we gonna take this homie down." White supremacy. Then
right.
Black Panther came back and was like, "Remember when I said I was gonna kill you? Remember I said I was gonna see you?" See, boom. How many times Batman did that? Zero. He probably did that a couple times.
I know he's done it several times, but did he even? Did he? I mean, he saw Namor, but did he?
Yeah, but
did he
at
do
the same time, though,
he was gonna do?
He did kill Namor, didn't he? I thought he killed Namor.
I thought Namor was still alive.
I thought he killed Namor. Let us know in the comments. I'm pretty sure he killed Namor, but I could be tripping.
Somebody let us know what happened to Namor.
Where came back and saw him. But in addition,
is he in David Jones' locker?
Also, in addition to being witty, you have to have foresight. So on Black Panther side, he ain't putting people in jail over and over and over again, risking people's lives in the future. He like, look, you're done. Squashed out, son. You're out. We ain't playing no games.
I mean, you
know what I'm saying?
Alive,
how witty are you? You know what I'm saying? Where's that wit when you have it? Where's your foresight, bruh? I'm just saying.
T'Challa take a lot of L's though. I remember when he had the Infinity Gauntlet up against God Doom, and God Doom wasn't having it. So I mean,
yo, Doom was but God Doom. All right, yes, all right. Now hold up.
I mean, it was kind of embarrassing. I'm just saying.
I won't say it was embarrassing. You know what I mean? It's just that God Doom was like, come on, man. That was one of those plot punches where it was just written that nobody was going to stop doing. You know what I'm saying? And wasn't that a storyline that ended with some dumb stuff where it's like, I'm just not nice enough, and he just like gave it all up or something like that.
Yeah, Reed Richards and them. You know, again, his love for Reed Richards spoiled him.
So how embarrassing is that? Be like,
I agree.
got all the power
Doom ain't on the list.
I got power for power's sake, and then it's like, you know what? I'm not a good man. But I know Doom isn't in this. I ain't gonna move the goalpost. He ain't in this.
I'm gonna say this. So we already got rid of Reed.
Reed's out.
You're arguing
for me. Iron Man's out.
Iron Man is out.
For me, Iron Man's out. For me, it's Batman, Constantine, and T'Challa. I don't think Iron Man's on T'Challa's level. T'Challa has straight deconstructed Iron Man's suit a couple times. Been like, I know how this worked. I know how that worked. Peace. You know what I'm saying?
I would definitely give it to T'Challa over Iron Man. Most definitely.
So now for me, I'd say those three. You know, I think Panther, Batman, Constantine.
Tony is clearly a genius. Tony is clearly witty. I think Tony is his stubbornness is what his rigidness is what's gonna keep him out of the game. I feel like
that's an L giver right there.
Yeah. Also, he's Tony's arrogance is gonna keep him out of the game because a lot of times it's always Tony, I'm the most, I'm the best suited for X, Y, and Z. And then it's always T'Challa that comes in and is like, well, not so much, because he's arrogant, T'Challa's clearly
Black Panther doesn't have that arrogance with him. Like it's like assuredness, but it's not really arrogance.
I like that killer instinct that T'Challa has, and that always puts him a level above Tony, in my opinion, as well. Yeah. Like he will go hard if necessary, like hard in the paint with the fists, like he gonna cut you. Whereas I feel like even though Tony had his fighting skills have gone up in the past, in the modern era, I don't think without the armor, I don't see Tony throwing hands like in getting down in the dirt. I don't see it.
You saw how my boy did in Civil War in a pair of stain-proof Dockers and some Doc Martens. All right, so I'm just saying, you know how my boy get down.
Right.
Had Winter Soldier looking like he like a sucker, where he was just wearing business casual.
Right. I mean, then again, in opposition to my argument, it could be it could be argued that Stark will get down because he took a couple stabs from Thanos, like a couple hits, a couple throws. Like he was in there. I will give him that.
But when he took that last stab, though, he sat down. He was like, all right.
Right. I'm gonna give it to T'Challa over Tony.
But the last three is tough.
Did we get rid of Constantine already?
I haven't gotten rid of him because I do. When you brought up, when you're talking about outwitting entities that have access to vast, generations upon generations of knowledge, when you're talking about, either like witches or mages or, angels that have crazy foresight.
Right.
You gotta give props to that.
So are we arguing Black Panther over Constantine?
I don't know if I want to go there yet. Cause
so we're pitting Batman against Constantine?
Yeah, right now I'm a pit. Because Black Panther has dealt with supernatural entities before.
Yeah.
In a way that Batman hasn't.
I don't agree.
Batman always defers that stuff. He does. Batman be like, that's not my department. He'd be like,
not necessarily.
Like, go get Zatanna. I'm cool.
Batman done ran with the demon. You know what I'm saying? Batman's been he can get into the mystical. I think where Batman has it over Constantine is that Batman knows how Constantine operates, and Batman has the forethought to be prepared for that. That's what
Yeah,
I
because
think.
I
Like
will say,
I feel like
Constantine, I
Batman was
think, is a
cheap.
little more. I think he's a little more laissez-faire, if you will, compared to
Exactly.
Batman. He's a little
Exactly.
more
But
laid back, and that laid back nature might get you caught up.
I think
So
Batman would cheat. I don't think Batman would go toe to toe with him in a battle of wits, especially because he knows more about the occult than Batman. I think Batman would stack the deck and probably call like the demon out. You know, he finds some spell where they'll be locked together in combat forever or something like that. Where
yeah,
and that's how Batman would win it. I feel like Batman would he would cheat and Constantine would cheat too, but Batman would cheat first. Is what I
yeah,
feel like.
or cheat better.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Batman would be
Like
like, I expected you to cheat that way.
right, he would use Zatanna. You know, like he'd almost get beat, and then Zatanna would come in and like take the L because Batman is a user as
Or
well.
like distract him or something. Like he'd be beating
Uh,
Batman. He'd be like, "Oh snap, Satana!" He'd be like, "What?" And I'm like,
right. No, Batman had no problem calling his homies for you. He'll call the homies. He'll call in Superman real quick. He ain't tripping about that.
yeah. Now the only thing is, Superman would probably take a huge L against Constantine.
Well, I
But
don't
see, the
think
only
Batman would
thing
call.
is,
I mean, general Superman. He would call
yeah,
Superman. I don't think he would call Superman for Constantine. I think he
yeah,
would call. He would use Jason Blood or Zatanna
yeah,
as stand-ins.
yeah. That probably might be the best route for that.
Yeah.
If you wanted to
yeah.
go with like a regular leaguer, maybe like Flash, because regardless of the magic, like if you can't perform the spell quick enough
Right.
for him to, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I think Batman will take that. Now we're
I
locked
mean,
in.
Batman, he could throw some choke, you know, like some dust, like pepper spray or something to choke him up so he couldn't conjure, break his hands. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's
Or
not
like put something on his neck that mess up his voice. He can't speak.
right.
You know,
I don't
something.
feel like Constantine would. I feel like Constantine is the most light work for Batman.
Yeah,
And not because Constantine isn't formidable, but because Batman knows him.
yeah. And you know, he probably got a little dossier on him already. He got a case file.
Yeah. He got case files on everybody. He got case files on us.
Yep, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like NERDSoul, I know how to take him down.
Right.
All right, so then that means we got BP and BM. But we got Batman and Black Panther.
I mean, it was always gonna come down to this.
Yeah, it was always gonna come down to this.
Yeah.
And as someone who loves Batman, but loves him logically, not in a way where I think he can beat everyone in the world, because I don't believe that.
Right.
Even when they do these crazy runs on Marvel where it's like Deadpool beats everybody, I still don't believe Deadpool can beat everybody. Or when they're like, it's like, so I love him logically to the point where it's like, yes, Batman is cool, but I think if Batman had the same art and writing team, or if any character had the same art and writing team that Batman has had access to over the pantheon of his books, people would think that they were just as cool. You know what I'm saying? Batman gets the marketing. You know what I'm saying? It's like Batman is like Beyonce, and like all the other characters are the rest of Destiny's Child. You know what I'm saying?
Dang.
It's like
Damn.
it's like they there, and they'll be in the video, but they're not gonna get that standalone spot where they get like the whole dance solo to themselves. They ain't getting
but did they write the song and produce it?
Nah, Batman's daddy did that, and then Batman's mama made the suit, and then
Dang, Beyonce don't get no credit for writing her own music, producing some of the music.
she ain't got time to write. She gotta sing. You know what I'm saying? No,
I'm sure directed the whole movie, son.
But did she though? But did she?
Oh,
But did
I
she?
feel like she did.
Do we know
I feel like she did.
Do we know she did, or is her name just up there?
I feel like she did. I feel like she did.
I'm trying to picture Beyonce back there looking like Steven Spielberg. You know, like
Yo, I mean, do
but you
you
know,
even
I ain't
have to do that right now? Like, I mean, like, couldn't she be glamorous and be behind the camera, and have vision? You know what I'm saying? I mean, she got
looking
enough
through the
money
little
to do.
lens like that's exactly how I would. No, I was just playing. No, I was just playing.
I believe she did it. But anyway,
I got love for Beyonce. Beyonce cool,
I
you know what I'm
feel you.
saying?
I
She's a
feel you.
survivor. You know what I'm saying? She gonna make
She
it.
is. She's not gonna give up. She's not gonna stop. She's just gonna work harder. That's how I
Yeah,
know
she's
she's
just gonna
behind the
work
camera.
harder.
um,
So then we got all right, so we got your boy Batman. So on that side, I think he's cool, but I feel like times people I think people get a little like Brandon Easton says it best, bat fetishists. There's these people that like over loves Batman.
There's
Where
also people that overlove Megatron and Superman, but go off.
you right on that one. I think
Go
Megatron,
off.
especially in the latest Transformers joint, I was like, yo, can Optimus get some love? Like I'm like, yo, I'm not saying that he got to be the illest, but help my man throw him a line. You know what I'm saying? So all
Don't
right, so
ruin it
check
for
it.
me. I'm like 2 episodes in.
All right, cool. So all right, so we got Batman. All right, and I'm like, we know he cool. We got
Right.
T'Challa. A battle of wits. Here's why. I'm trying to think of a specific instance if we were going to take them at the height of their power or powers. Because you have Batman who, when he was didn't he have like access to the Speed Force? Like just 2 years ago or something?
He had the Mobius chair.
Oh, okay. So I guess that would be the strongest version of Batman, right? That would be maybe.
It's hard to say. That would be probably the version of Batman with the access to most like power energy wise. But I don't know. I guess strongest in durability. You mean like not human?
Yeah, because if we were gonna take if these guys were gonna go to 1-on-1, toe to toe, they'd be like, you know what? Both of our tech is dope. Even though I'd say I think Wakandan tech is probably a bit above.
Is better. Yeah,
and you got the vibranium weave. I think
better.
his suit is a little more durable and imbued with the powers of the Black Panther. You know what I'm saying?
Panther. Yeah.
I think that could rise him above, but then at that level, I figure Batman to say, well, hey, I also have the Speed Force or something, or I've had access to it before, or so I'm gonna use that too.
It's a battle of wits too, so you got to know when to use what you got as well, and what spots to pick.
And since both of these characters are extremely similar. Like in their creation. Well, of course, Batman came first, but of course, now the way they've been portrayed is they're very similar in how they kind of approach problems at times,
right?
And how they solve problems,
right? How they interact with the other characters as well.
Yeah.
This is. Early on coming in, I was like, this is going to be Batman. But now that you say that, you're right. Like, they are very similar in their approaches. They're both very witty and very cunning. Yeah. Black Panther edges out Batman in strength and durability and in tech. Yeah. So it depends on where Batman uses his tech. So
because there's no way I'm gonna let people say Batman knows about Wakandan technology. So I ain't gonna give him.
Nah.
Nobody know about it, so I ain't gonna let them know that.
I don't think he would. I mean, if we're talking like they don't know each other, right? So he goes and they're blind. They're from 2 different universes, and this guy comes in with vibranium tech. I mean, in his universe, it's far beyond anything even Tony Stark really puts to bear. So
Because actually, it's
deal
weird.
with.
It's like Batman is sort of like Iron Man, but it's weird. Batman is Iron Man on the money side and the suit side, but the attitude side, he's like T'Challa.
Right. Yeah, Batman is not as technologically. He doesn't bring as much technology to bear. He's more of a ninja, right? More of a stealth fighter who uses, knife weapons and sometimes explosives and stuff
Chris
like
Nolan
that.
came in and made him a brawler.
Well, he's always been kind of a brawler, though.
Yeah, it just seemed like in the comics he was more of a slick fighter than once Nolan came in. I was like, oh, so he's just a brawler. So he's just
thought he
going
was
overpower
brawling? I was waiting
felt
for
like he
him
was
to brawl
brawling in
somebody.
it.
I felt like he wasn't brawling at all. Like I felt like he was too stealthy sometimes. I wanted to see, Batman beat up 50 ninjas, but I mean, whatever.
All right, so with that, all right, so we got.
So okay,
all right.
I think
the suit goes to T'Challa.
Tech goes to T'Challa, hands down.
Yeah, hands down.
Durability,
just the human strength in general goes to
T'Challa. That goes to T'Challa. But I mean,
the way they kind of handle problems is about even though.
Batman deals with Superman on a daily basis, so
True.
Physical strength is not a hindrance for Batman.
But
I think
Batman also has ways to kind of bring Superman down with the kryptonite. There's no kryptonite for.
But Superman is just the strongest character he deals with. I'm saying he deals with characters with super strength. That's light work for him all the time.
True.
And T'Challa is only like, he's stronger than what can T'Challa even lift? Like a ton maybe? I don't know. It's not even.
Guys in the comments, y'all let us know.
Yeah, it's not crazy what he can do. He's not pulling Luke Cage numbers.
He's not the Hulk.
Right. And Batman is fighting dudes that strong all the time. You know what I'm saying?
But at the same time, so is Black Panther. So
true. What I'm saying is, I don't think super strength is a factor. I think T'Challa's durability is a factor.
Word.
I think his stamina is a factor, right? Like Batman can get tired. Maybe not like you or I. He's not gonna get tired walking up the damn steps, but he definitely gonna get tired.
Hustle up some steps real quick, be like, whoo.
He definitely gonna get tired jumping around the city fighting T'Challa. I feel like T'Challa can go longer than him, is what I'm saying. So if Batman's gonna win battle with, he's gonna have to take T'Challa down a lot earlier than he would have to take down a normal foe, I feel like. Because T'Challa can go the distance with him. Right?
True.
Yeah.
So he can already go the distance. Yeah, he can go the distance. And if we were to pull any extra tech that would be pulled from both sides would still go. Any extra tech that would get pulled in would go to T'Challa's way.
I mean, it depends on the tech, though, right? Like again, if he's pulling in like a yellow lantern ring, because Batman's had that before. If he's pulling in that and using the power of fear to fuel him and create whatever he needs to create, then that brings Batman up a little bit.
All right.
The battle.
Now, let's say he brings the ring out. Or any color, brings the ring right, like red,
right?
Or
well,
yellow,
fear is like the most recent ring, kind of deal.
So, say he busts out the fear ring, but T'Challa busts out the gauntlet.
Now the gauntlet is taking down the fear ring.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah,
but if T'Challa is coming out with the gauntlet. Can Batman beat the gauntlet? That's interesting.
I mean, I'm assuming he's had a power. Maybe when he had access to like I'm trying to think the strongest version, and guys, let me know because I haven't read every issue of Batman. But I'm trying to think, maybe when he had access to the Speed Force is probably because even though the Gauntlet is crazy,
when did he have access to the Speed Force though? When was that?
Didn't Batman have access to the Speed Force like a year or two ago? Like before the year of the villain. Before that, I thought he had access to it. I want to say like Barry had to give it to him or something. I can't remember exactly how it played, but at least I think it went that way. I'm trying to remember how it went down, but I remember him having it. And so maybe I'm tripping, but I thought he had it. You know what I'm saying? I might be tripping, but I thought he had it.
I don't remember him having access to the Speed Force. I think if T'Challa pulled out the Gauntlet and Batman, that would definitely knock Batman for a loop. And I don't know if the Mobius chair is even slightly comparable to that. I mean, so the Mobius chair can move backwards and forwards in time, though.
Yeah.
And it has like all knowledge of the universe. So Batman can run with the Mobius chair theoretically, but then there's the Time Stone
that could chase him through time.
Right, that could chase him through time or pull him back through time. And if you do that with all the other stones, I don't see.
It's a good point now. Thinking about it, that's a you know what? Your boy Batman might have to take an L on this one. I think your boy Batman might have to take that L and lose this joint. Because I think the ability, especially mentally, with the power that T'Challa already has, and the mental willpower and the mental fortitude that Black Panther already has, I want to say, yeah, y'all, let me know down below. I want to say, with the mental fortitude of someone like T'Challa, with the Gauntlet, I want to say, yeah. I want to say, with the mental fortitude of someone like T'Challa, even with the Mobius chair, I think T'Challa takes it. Yeah,
if T'Challa with the Gauntlet versus the Mobius chair, I think the Gauntlet hands down. In the hands of T'Challa, especially.
I figure Batman brings out the ring, and then T'Challa's like, "Oh, cool, I got rings too." Boom, and then he's like, "Well, I got the chair," and he's like, "All right, let's see what's up." And then, and then that's the end. I think that's the end.
I think the
yeah.
But if Batman bringing out the Mobius chair as a feint, and he's doing something else.
True. But what else could he do that overpowers someone who already has the Gauntlet?
He could jump back in time before T'Challa pulls out the Gauntlet and like hems him up, like nullifies the vibranium with the Mobius chair, and then go at T'Challa with straight hands.
Okay, so let's work that one out.
Okay.
T'Challa.
I feel like I'm grasping at straws here.
T'Challa and Batman straight hands, like no suit, no nothing, just like both of them wearing a t-shirt and some shorts. That's it.
Right. I mean, I think that's still T'Challa.
Yeah, because he's still imbued with the powers of
he's still Black Panther. Right.
So he can still outlast, even if
unless Batman takes that away from him too.
Okay, let's say we're talking about T'Challa, just the trained man, versus Batman or Bruce, the trained man. then we might end up having a stalemate, but I'd still throw it T'Challa's way because of Killer Instinct. I think Batman's all like, I can't go that far. And T'Challa like, look, keep on playing. Get killed, all right? See what happens. Like, get killed, see what happens. But
okay,
if we're just talking about the men.
I'm pulling up the capabilities of the blCheersk. It can do interstellar teleportation and travel, life support. It enables the user to survive the rigors of space. Omniscience. It contains all knowledge of the new gods, maps, histories, all locations visited by Metron, danger and life sense, holograms, force fields, and attractiveness. I don't know if that's beating the gauntlet at all. Unless you use tricks.
Because you're talking about
let's say Batman uses it. Let's say Batman does the feint. He goes back. He gets T'Challa, nullifies the vibranium, gets to T'Challa before he pulls out the gauntlet, and they're going toe to toe. They don't have armor or whatever on.
Yeah, they ain't got nothing. It's just t-shirt and pants. That's it. Nothing special.
I think T'Challa got him again because of the stamina. I think fighting wise, like hands wise, I think they both have enough experience and enough training to go toe to toe. But I feel like the powers of the Black Panther gives T'Challa an edge.
Yeah,
without any armor or anything.
Yeah, he'll just outlast him basically.
Right.
You know, he'll just literally outlast him to the point where, he'll just outlast him. So, guys, there it is. There it is. We know this argument has gone down many times, but there it is. We tried to figure it out 3-4 ways for it to go down. Peace to Reed Richards. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna last.
Pour out a little liquor.
Pour out a little liquor for Reed Richards. Pour out a little something for your boy Tony Stark. Pour out a little something for Constantine. And then lastly, take a big gulp for Bruce Wayne.
I wanted Batman to win it in my heart of hearts, but
like I was wondering, I was like, well, maybe he has something else that he's done before, but when I'm thinking of items, I can't think of any other items that he's had.
He's gone toe to toe with not toe to toe, but he's been pretty cunning in battles with people that are bigger and stronger than him. But once we go through all the witty things he can do, I feel like T'Challa can do just as many. Like they're so similar in that vein that you have to strip them of everything and bring them down to the dirt. And down to the dirt, I feel like T'Challa will outlast Batman.
Word. Well, guys, that's it. Holler at us. We holler at you down in them comments right here. Shouts out to Jason Reeves for rolling through again. Tell them where they can find
it. 133art.com is the hub. We sell comics there. Y'all should go buy some. Yep. Also, we started a brand new distribution service called Big Distro. If you go to bigdistro.com, if you're a retailer, you can buy a host of amazing Black comics content. And Rent Party coming soon, hopefully.
Yes, some more Rent Party stuff. So don't sleep. And of course, NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all them places. That's right. You know what I'm saying? NERDSoul like rep it. So YouTube is the main hub. Hit that thumbs up if you like what you're seeing. Hit that thumbs down. But if you do, I'm gonna send Batman after you. Right?
Straight up.
He already mad because we didn't let him win this. All right.
Don't let him get that gauntlet.
Don't let him get that. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, Spotify for music, podcasts if you rather listen than see. But until next time, for us, you were just saying, peace.
Peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.